The relationship, and I mean working and political relationship, between the President of the United States, Joe Biden, and President William Samuel Arap Ruto has always been going on very well in the recent past, since William Ruto officially took over power as the President of the Republic of Kenya. And that is exactly the reason as to why President Joe Biden invited President William Ruto for a state visit to the US.
Let me tell you, friends, I have just come from a meeting with the ambassador of the US. You know, and she came to tell me what you already know, that the President of the US has invited the President of Kenya for a state visit, one of a kind. In 20 years, no African president has had a state visit in the US.
But recently, with the issues going on around, what exactly made William Ruto to be blocked from addressing the US House Parliament or the US Joint Congress? What happened? Did President Joe Biden finally betray President William Samuel Arap Ruto? Or is it because of President William Ruto associating, working with, and endorsing Raila Odinga for the African Union Commission top job? Is Raila Odinga being associated on this matter? Because Raila Odinga is someone who has always been opposed by the US. There are some leaders in the United States, very powerful leaders in government, who love William Ruto, who have always and will always support President William Ruto a lot. But they are not really comfortable with William Ruto supporting Raila Odinga for that position. Since Raila Odinga attacked the US, and since Raila Odinga attacked the US ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whiteman, just a few months ago.
Tell the rogue ambassador, Kenya is not United States. Kenya is not a colony of the United States. Keep your mouth shut when you're here. Otherwise, you will call for your recall back to your country. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And according to certain reports also, which I need to verify properly, is that Raila Odinga also wanted to follow William Ruto to the US during his official state visit, so that he can be given an opportunity to talk about his African Union Commission top job. What made the US President Joe Biden to make a sudden U-turn on President William Ruto, who was immediately excluded, declined from addressing the US Joint Congress by the US Speaker of Parliament by the name Mike Johnson? Because I strongly believe that the US President Joe Biden is someone who is extremely powerful than the Speaker of the US Parliament. Therefore, he can order, he can direct, he can issue instructions to be followed on some changes to be made by the US Speaker of the Parliament. What is going on here? I want to give you all these details, including the details of the US lawmaker who exposed some deep secrets on why William Ruto's request was declined. Before I explain to you all these details, just a quick reminder. if you are listening to me up to this point and you haven't subscribed, I'm requesting you to please just take 1 second or two and subscribe to this channel. You can also give this video a like. Just press the thumbs up button down below. It is very, very important so that YouTube can recommend this channel and this video in particular to reach out to others. Because the only way that we can improve this channel to grow is by subscribing. To all those who have already subscribed, I want to appreciate you for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now let us go straight step by step. I want you to follow this analysis up to the end so that we can understand what is going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, President William Samuel Arap Ruto would have made history as the first president ever in the Republic of Kenya and the second president in the entire Africa to address the US Joint Congress or the US House Parliament. During his official state visit on the 23rd of May this month. In fact, the House of Foreign Affairs, an office which is under the US President Joe Biden, had already written a letter to the Speaker of the US Parliament to allow President William Ruto to address the Parliament. You know, William Ruto is a man of the people. William Ruto is a leader who is respected globally, worldwide, and especially in the US. That is why giving William Ruto that opportunity was also very important. That letter said this: "We are writing to respectfully request that you extend a formal invitation to the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Ruto, to address a joint congress on his official visit to the US." After the House of Foreign Affairs had written that letter to the Speaker of Parliament, the US Speaker of Parliament, William Ruto was just waiting for approval. But unfortunately, the US Speaker of Parliament, by the name Mike Johnson, did not approve that letter. He declined it, giving some reasons. Very invalid reasons according to me. I will discuss with you that one also. But according to the United States lawmaker, he reacted, exposing how William Ruto was treated unfairly as the president of Kenya. This is what he said: "This Congress, the Republican leadership, has invited, several prime ministers there and several heads of state like Prime Minister Modi and the rest, and President Herzog and the rest, to address joint meetings of Congress during their official visit to the US. And therefore, I see no reason why President William Ruto coming state visit should be any different." He is defending William Ruto there, this US lawmaker. But also, the US Speaker of Parliament gave his own reasons as to why he declined that letter, why he disapproved William Ruto. The first reason that he's giving us, it is because of scheduling constraints. Scheduling constraints meaning there were some limited instructions. There were some restrictions that he received from powerful people in parliament, in US government, to decline William Ruto's request. Who exactly gave these restrictions? And why? To what reason? Why would someone want to block William Ruto? William Ruto, who is in good terms with the US president in the previous past. So you can see there's something going on. And number two, he is telling us that William Ruto's request was disapproved because of security headache. And according to the US Speaker of Parliament, is telling us that this session consumes a lot of energy. Therefore, a lot of security is required for very, very long hours. Why? Because the chambers will be closed for hours. Do you want to tell me that the US cannot provide security for only one head of state, William Ruto? Is that reason really valid? Only time will tell about all these issues. But what I know for the fact is that William Ruto and President Joe Biden are in good terms. Let no one tell you that William Ruto is in a fallout with the US President Joe Biden. Of course not. Let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Otherwise, that is it. I don't have much. I would also want to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. What can you say about the US disapproving William Ruto? To what reason? Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let me see you again in my next video analysis. My name is Jason. Bye bye. Have a good night.